it do, y'all? It's your boy Steven James, and we back up in this thing. This is Ballin on a Budget Jewelry, because it ain't nothing wrong with balling on a budget. And today we got our first episode in a series called Double L, where we review a piece of jewelry or a company that might seem a little bit sketchy or might be getting called out for cheating people, things like that. And we put all the rumors to rest and make sure everything is safe for you guys to go out and buy. And today on Double L, we have this right here, the Silver Nugget Watch. And before I really get into the watch, I want to talk about the company and why it's on Double L today. Now, the name of the company is called directsourcegoldndiamond, and they have a store on eBay. They don't have a website, you know, they don't really have any social media or anything like that. And while they do have good reviews on their eBay store, I understand that those can be manipulated sometimes, and so you kind of want to go and find outside sources for, you know, outside reviews and opinions, and you really don't find too much of that about this watch. There's not too much about it on the internet. There aren't too many videos about it, reviewing it. There's a few videos kind of just doing an unboxing and like showing it to you, but nothing really gives you any extra information or perspective on the piece. And that's why it's on Double L today. It's not always about, you know, who's scamming, who's cheating, who's saying they selling real jewelry, but it's actually fake, who's saying they diamonds going past the tester and it's not. Sometimes it just might be a small jeweler that nobody really knows about, that they aren't really talked about. There's nothing really about their products, and so for that reason, rightfully so, people are sketchy about it. Now, let's actually get into the watch. Now, the watch itself is made out of 925 silver or sterling silver. A lot of people get it twisted and think those are two different things. Same thing. 925 is a purity, but it's called sterling silver. But it looks good, man. Taking it out the box, man, it's everything you kind of want it to be. Like, it's nice, it's kind of flashy, but at the same time, kind of subtle and elegant. There's one diamond in a piece, which is dope. You know, it does its job. It shines. It adds a little bit to it. I doubt it's really worth anything, but you know, in the back you can see that it is kind of thin. These are 100% handmade, and they are, you know, it's not like your average stainless steel watch that you can just throw around. You know, it's built like a brick. This is actually a piece of fine jewelry. It feels like a piece of fine jewelry. It looks like a piece of fine jewelry, and you should treat it like a piece of fine jewelry. The way I actually ran into this watch is, you know, this is how we do, man. We balling on a budget here. And when it comes to watches, man, these things are mad expensive, man. If you're looking for some nice jewelry, especially if you're looking for something that's made out of some type of precious metal or something like that, it's not cheap. Like, you think chains and earrings and all of that costs a lot of money. It is nothing compared to watches. For comparison, an entry-level Rolex is going to cost you like $5,000 to $6,000, and that's no precious metal, no precious stones, factory stainless steel watch. You know what I'm saying? That's $5,000 to $6,000. Your Richard Milles, your Hublots, all of those are $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 watches, sometimes in the hundreds of thousands, sometimes in the millions, man. Y'all know what it is. But the bottom line is, man, these watches cost a whole lot of money, more than the average person can afford. So when you're looking for something nice, you're looking for something flashy, and you're looking for something on a budget, this right here ain't a bad way to go. Super dope, super nice. I like it a lot. I have no issues with it. The box that it came in, nothing special. Just you know, your little average little jewelry box or whatever. It's like, you know, one of the cheap little things. It's nothing that's gonna be long term, which I didn't expect. You shouldn't really expect from smaller jewelers. They do things like that so they can cut on the cost. So don't expect to get a box that you're going to be able to really keep the watch in like that, especially if you're traveling and stuff like that. It's, you know, have your own jewelry box or something like that available for it. But this watch is going to run you between $200 and $300. And it sounds like a lot of money, but again, man, it's really not. When you comparing this to, you know, a lot of your nicer, flashier watches, those things cost a whole lot of money. We talking in the thousands, and that's for stainless steel. You talking tens of thousands, bare minimum, if we talking about gold watches, like actual gold watches. So $200-300, man, it's a great price point. And even if you don't mind going the fake route and you're like, yo, I'll just get a really good replica of a Richard Mille and I'll be happy with that, those things are gonna run you like $400 or $500, and that's for something that's fake. It's pretty much a piece of junk. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you might as well go for something like this, something that's real, and it's still gonna get attention. It's still gonna, you know, get compliments and things like that. The bands on these things are handmade, and you can't take these links out. So that's something to definitely think about. Other things you want to think about is, and yeah, that's something that I really wish I would have known. Like, and that's why I'm making this video, because like there are always things that you want to know before you buy something, and nobody has videos talking about this watch, and that's one of the things. Like, probably that's the biggest thing to me, because I actually got this watch a little big because I figured, hey, I'd rather get a little big than a little small. I can just take some links out and it'll be all good. Not the case. Not the case at all. These links have to be taken out by a jeweler. They're welded together. These things are handmade, and you can't just take the links out. And when you take it to a jeweler, which is what I did, because I wanted 2 links taken out, and they were going to charge me between $120 and $140 just to take those 2 links out. So you definitely want to think about your wrist size and what you really want, because they do have these advertised with different size bands for different prices. And that's why I tell you that this is about $200 to $300, because the price varies depending on what kind of bands you get. And that leads me into another thing that I wish I would have known, and that's that the price that you see on these watches directly go with the size of the band. Because there's 3 things. There's the price, there's the size of the band, and then there's actually the weight. And anybody who knows jewelry know that a lot of times when you buying jewelry, you buying it based off of weight. So you're going to automatically take the weight and the price and put those 2 things together. And that's what I did, when in fact it's actually charged by the size of the band, not the weight. And the weight is actually a rough estimate. I'll explain. So I actually reached out to the company, and I got to talking back and forth with them, and they actually got me to understand that these things, the weight isn't always accurate because they're handmade. They have no way of accurately getting the weight right every time, so it's gonna vary. They just put an estimated weight on the description, which I don't agree with. I feel like they should, you know what I'm saying, take it off. But I will say that they explained to me, like, depending on how many links they have to use, which depends on how long you have the wrist, that's what determines their price. And based off of that, the price they gave me was fair. But when I got the watch, I weighed it, and I paid for a 50-gram watch, but the watch actually came in at 46 grams. And when I went and looked up the 46-gram watch, there's a price difference, and I'm putting it together with the weight. So, you know, it was kind of upsetting, and it made me feel cheated. But they you know, explained everything to me, and after that, I definitely understood. One last thing that you probably want to check out, and I actually don't even know for sure, and that's like, are these things water resistant? Because I can't remember exactly where, but I was trying to figure this out, and I know they have 2 different things on the eBay store that kind of contradict each other. One says it's water resistant, one says it doesn't. So I don't know if it actually is or isn't, and I didn't remember to ask the company when I was talking to them. Another thing, which is actually a good thing that you might want to know about this watch, and it's another, you know, piece of the story of how I ended up with this thing, because I wasn't going to buy it because of how, like, sketched out I was, but it was on eBay. And, you know, on eBay, sometimes you can make an offer, and they actually have that option. So I made an offer that I thought, you know, they weren't going to take. I was just, you know, doing it to do it just to be funny. But, you know, I woke up and found out they accepted my offer, so that was pretty dope. I didn't even pay what they were asking. I actually, you know, made an offer and they accepted, so I paid that, you know. And they might not accept your offer, but at least they'll probably counter offer or something like that. So that's something really dope to know. And with that said, I want to talk about their customer service. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't get the luxury or unluxury of dealing with customer service. In this case, I did. Because of the whole little weight issue that I had, I was able to, gain some experience with customer service, so I could tell y'all about that. And, man, they're pretty on it, man. They're pretty on it. Like, this whole thing was taken care of within a day, and they had initially messaged me back within an hour of me messaging them. And, I expressed my, how I felt about, how I felt like I was being cheated. I weighed the watch. It doesn't weigh what it's supposed to weigh. Why does it cost this much? And even after they explained it to me and I got it, they still offered me to pay the difference between the 46 and the 50-gram watch. So that's something dope to say. And, I just told them to keep it at the end of the day. But, I thought it was dope that they offered that. And they also offered another option, which was for me to send the watch back and get a total, 100% refund, no problem. And, like, that was really dope. So the fact that they were as transparent as they could be, they took the time to explain it to me. They offered solutions that were definitely, fair and would make things right. And on top of that, they were really communicative and really quick with it. Like, they really was there to answer for whatever the problems I had with the watch. So overall, would I say it's a dub or a L? I would say it's a dub for sure. I would say try to cop one if you can, man. They're really dope. They got different designs. I just happened to go with the design that I went with. It's the one I like. I'm probably going to get another one. I'm definitely going to get another one because I want to get the wristband right. I don't think it's worth me going to get the links taken out. I don't think it's worth me paying that. If I'm going to do that, I might as well just get a whole nother one and just have two, right? But, yeah, definitely a dub in my book. Definitely should check out the company. Definitely should think about copping this watch. So, yeah, just let me know what you think about the watch. Do you like it? Was it a dub? Do you feel like it was an L? Do you have different experience with the company than I had with the company? Let me know in the comments, man. Also, let me know other companies that you might be trying to check out yourself that you might be a little scared to check out. You might want me to go in and spend the money first, take that risk. Let me know in the comments, whatever store you want. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. And until then, y'all be safe.